Hey there guys, I'm Danks564 and this is continuation of our Let's Play of Adam RPG, and well, we just cleared out the entrance to this shaft, elevator shaft, and we're about to go down. First let's see what else is here. So for now, nothing useful. Some money. Operation Ricochet. Plan name, Ricochet. Using yet unproven theory to spread the telepathic signal of progenitor mushroom as radio waves with the help of decoder 1C222. That's the decoder we found for that guy in that poisonous bunker. If the core theory is correct, we might get a radio signal that can be boosted using laser technology, bouncing laser-guided signal of clouds and satellites to cover large areas. Possible effect: 99% of population territories covered by the radio signal will be introduced to the idea of unity. Possible problems: as of now, experiment on turning the progenitor mushroom signal into a radio waveform only had partial success. A very special kind of untested experimental decoder needed to be used for this plan to succeed. There were some problems in getting diamonds needed for the signal guiding laser. Source of diamond not trustworthy. Okay, so that's how they plan to turn like everybody on the planet into those like zombie. I know, I don't think zombies. Into a single organism, I guess the best way to put it. Oh, look at that, more painkillers. Sure, let's use it. One name, Still Waters. The introduction of active progenitor mushroom spores into the city water supply. Possible effect: correctly fulfilling each step of the plan will introduce the idea of unity to 99% of the population. Possible problems: for best effect, an installation of pre-war water filters might be required. Last known place that had those is the so-called Tunnel of Death. Correct dosage of spores must be calculated. Using a suboptimal amount of spores might lead to a failure of the plan. Using more spores than needed would be considered wasteful, as spores are not a renewable resource. Okay. So they're planning to poison water supply as well. Okay, more of those things. I wonder if I can like make my companions take the things. Oh, plenty of stims, good. I actually need to check it if I can. Sure, let's take the antidote. Yeah, we'll take all of that. Oh, there's a dude with mushrooms growing from him. Nothing on him. How many times can I stack those things? Like this one doesn't increase my endurance anymore, no. So how much? Well, this doesn't give me anything more, right? It only gives me so how about painkillers? Can I use more painkillers? No. We're stuck at this point, I guess. Yeah, that's probably as far as I can go. But don't I have like some food that gives me extra additional? This one gives me more dexterity, so I know, might as well. This one gives me more endurance at the cost of personality, but hey, I don't think I'll be doing much more personality here. Anything else? Don't think so. This one gives me personality and speechcraft. Might as well use it. Will it like... yeah. Will this one? Sure. Just in case we will be using personality. How much personality do I have? Where is it? Speechcraft 146. I guess that'll have to do. Did I check what's in here? Yeah. So, now you guys, can I tell you to use Hmm. Can I tell you to use the stims? Question is like, how about grab like 2 painkillers, 2 of this, and can I tell you? Let's change subject. I don't know, unless he... Can I like... maybe order him? No, probably not. Well, okay, let's just give them stims, I guess. Like, I don't know. 7 of this. 7 of this. Trade. Okay. I guess it's as good as we're gonna get. Pity about your bars, but hey. Before we do that, should I go and check what's in here? Yeah, I probably should. Also in here. Oh, right, these are just... There's another rope. We already have rope. Okay, nothing interesting here. Yeah. Let's just go inside. Listen to noises. The only thing you hear is the smooth hum of generators that power the bunker located under the mycelium building. The smells coming from downstairs. Oddly enough, you can feel the scent of forest litter and spring coming from downstairs. Such an unexpected smell for this concrete high-tech building. Well, we have a rope. Having tightened the strong sailor's knot to what seems to be the most stable pipe, you drop the other end of the rope into the mine. After that, you take a deep breath, spit on your palms, and start your descent. Very soon, your feet touch the concrete floor of the second level. Okay. What do we have here? Well, we have those 3 things here. Also, there's probably General Morozov, I am assuming. Okay, let's go. Before we go, how about we see what's in there? Probably nothing. Yeah. Okay. Anything useful in here? Nope. Probably nothing much over there as well. Guess we're gonna have to fight all of these guys as well. Nothing. Okay. Before we go inside, let's see what we can see here. Nothing much. Let's eat one more of those things. Okay. Okay. Ready and able, and let's go. You hold your breath as you walk into a large chamber. There is a group of people here, surrounding a large vessel filled with pulsing, slimy life, plant of some kind, or maybe a mushroom. Despite you doing your best to stay solid, all men turn towards you in unison. You jump a little when you notice their eyes glowing bright green, just like the pulsing vine-like protrusions that cover their skins, but the weirdest part of it all is the man who seemingly leads them. You know this man, General Morozov, I presume? You look at his eyes glow. Indeed, you are talking to him. You are the one they sent to find the lost expedition? Oh, now that's a military man if I ever saw one. Not a simple man in any way. A magnificent man and true and honest-to-God general. Just look at how his eyes shine, reflecting the peaceful future of communism. Just look at how the sapient fungal mass undulates behind his back. Oh no, what? Why is there an undulating fungal mass? And what kind of peaceful future is green? Oh child, something is wrong with this General Morozov. Something is very, very wrong. The General allows himself a slight smile and replies to the hexagon statement. This all too human emotion looks rather queer on his deformed face. Ah, so, am I right? Were you sent here to find my expedition? Yeah. Who, me? No! Yep, that's me. Finally we meet. You were always so close, but we still could not get near you. As if the proverbial fate itself drew you away. Have I guessed your name correctly? Am I truly talking to General Morozov? Partially, yes. I'm still him, Morozov, but I'm now more than a single being. I'm part of the whole, part of the mushroom web. That links me with all other living beings on this planet. With a kind of mycelium, you might say. Yes, I am Morozov, but I'm also the thing you see in the pod behind Morozov's back. And these people around Morozov, they are all me as well. Like a circle jerk? Oh, whoa. And I thought you were a man of high morals. I still remember how you yelled at Cadet Betruding. Like, there are very many, like, beetroot kind of people. There was Beetrutina, there's Cadet Betruding, there was someone else with, like, beetroot something somewhere. Betruding for drawing Cadet Ostrovskaya naked. After all, yeah. My amazing jokes aside, what the hell is wrong with you? Oh no, why would you even... I'll have you know there's already a way to get linked with other living beings in terrible, yet monumental mycelium-like web, and stop being a person. It's called living in a communist country. And what you're proposing is just the devilry. Stop being a person. Hilarious. General eyes glow even greener as he peers straight into your eyes. Hold up. Part of the whole mycelium, what about Adam? The calm expression on General's face does not change, but there is some newfound disgust in his voice. What is Atom? A dried up husk of glory, a miserable little group of soldiers and paper pushers destroyed by its own secrecy. It served as well as a stepping stone. A platform which we used to start this the great unification. Now when this function of Atom is no longer needed, its only value lies with how many people it shall provide for future cause. Okay then, how did you end up becoming this? Part of the whole. The voice becomes silent, as if he's talking from depth of memory. In the first years of the last war, when Krasnoznamenno was still in ruins, we called upon an intelligence gathering party that was by chance passing through the devastation. This party was led by General Morozov. From below the ground did we call upon him from depth of my very bunker, where we were once created by the greatest minds of the old Soviet science. He, General Morozov, heard the call. He and his men blew their way inside the facility. They talked to us, and they joined us for the greater good. Fuck, Morozov, what a waste of time you turned out to be. You know how much sand I gathered in my socks and as I plowed through the waste looking for your Surias and my friend? She even got sand in his underpants because she lacked proper hygiene. And this is the result of our skin rashes and blisters? A half mushroom, half traitor babbling nonsense near some sort of a chamber pot? Former general or something that is inhabiting his brain looks at you without any emotion. Green flames dance in his eyes. Its eyes. What exactly are you? Care to tell me? You must be talking about the mushroom before you. This is a fungal mass that was created by scientists in the project they call Stahanovitz. They want to create a soldier that would fight without food, water, healthcare, moral support, whose actions would be completely under a handler's control. This fungal mass an unwanted byproduct of one of the experiments. At first. Later on, its telepathic abilities were found out, so the scientists tried to use this mistake for their project. To link this super soldier, they wanted to invent telepathically to one another by means of psychic mycelium of sorts. This would make them act like a single large organism on the field of battle. The super soldiers, however, were never invented. The Cold War went hot in just one day. But the biomass wasn't destroyed as the project collapsed around it. The fungal mass stayed. In silence, it united the minds of those around it, creating a single mushroom mind. How long was it going on behind Adam's backs? This conspiracy, I mean? Conspiracy? So be it. The conspiracy started soon after the war. General Morozov stumbled upon this very room in the scarred and wild town of Krasnoznamenny that even railroad tracks ignored. This forgettable little town was an ideal place for experiments on an entity such as myself. It was my birthplace, my birthing chamber. After that, Morozov took charge. I selected candidates who I later brought here and told them everything. Some partook in our great plans, some were filtered away from the start. Who knows, maybe in just a few years you would have become one of us. Filtered? So you killed those who were against your plot? Oh no, we are against violence. It can be useful, but if there is a tiny possibility to avoid bloodshed, we jumped right to it. Those who were deemed not trustworthy were simply never contacted again, and we were very careful. In Bunker 317, however, we could not reach a peaceful solution. The attempt of a martial mind to contact the united people from the expedition ended with them panicking. They started shooting at their colleagues, and we had to dispose of them. Alas, but the idea of taking them with Morozov's expedition came from the top brass. Why are you doing this? What's the endgame of this unification? Wait a second. So the thing said that like it was born here, like this is its birthing place, right? It was here all along. So what were they after in the 317 bunker? Because there was a chamber just like that was missing that fungal thing over there. Something doesn't stack up. In Bunker 3, what's the endgame of this unification thing? Morozov sighs. After the fall of society, we gathered almost endless amounts of information from the high-tech databases left by the Soviet Union. We wanted to learn about people, about this planet, about this our outer space, fed on that information just like our cells fed on the nutritious solutions, and this feeding gave results. Oh yes, we saw everything. We became enlightened. We knew the inner workings of the universe, the laws of physics, the endless possibilities future may bring. And then we saw one of the endless possibilities that grew more and more probable with each year. With each day, each hour, it became more and more real. Maybe it was always there, maybe it was caused by the first fires of the last war. It doesn't matter. I'm talking way too much. The gist of it is this. An asteroid once named 1997 TB-146 is getting closer and closer to the Earth each day. Nowadays it's so close it can be seen with the naked eye. Some people even gave it their own folk name, the Hesperides. Hesperus star. This asteroid has a radius of around 20 kilometers. Its size is enough to wipe out 90% of life on Earth. Okay. It's going to impact Earth in a time period of 30 and 130 years. Just a second. So, you know exactly where this star is. You know its speed, I assume, right? And why is the window is so large? It's like 100 years. That's, I call bullshit on that. Humanity in its current state can do nothing about this menace from the stars. Civilization simply cannot be rebuilt that fast, unless every single human being cooperates with another. And we both know that it's impossible due to, how should we put it, human nature, the constant division, the us and them mentality. The only way out of this situation is the unification of humanity into a single mind, our mind. Only then will the civilization develop quick enough to combat this threat that would otherwise destroy the planet. Only then there will be unity. Pardon me, something wriggled in my brain box for a moment. I wonder if after such information, before a day I was afraid I won't be able to spend my twilight years with the woman I love. Now I doubt I'll even have the time to find that woman, you know, because the world will turn to shit in the next few years. Hexagon's lower lip started trembling, then he finally speaks in a shaky voice. Oh, we were all waiting for the green inferno of the poisonous wormwood star, of which the Jewish prophet spoke ages ago. But in reality our doom shall come from the blood-red light of Hesperus star. General Morozov looks at you with no apparent emotion. He seems not to be bothered by the world around him. I heard enough. Listen, we know that you already met other parts of mycelium mushroom mind in the mountain pass of wolves and the dead city. Both time you let this parts join the whole. You must know we are speaking the truth by now. Would never lie about something like that. After General Morozov's expedition brought the mushroom mind part from Bunker 317 here into Krasnoznamenny, you became strong enough to start the process of unification. So there was part in Bunker 317, but what was here? I guess like this one should be full as well, right? Like I just think there are not enough things here. It should be 4 of them, not 3. Anyways, the Krasnoznamenny became strong enough to start process of unification, and when you returned the 2 other parts of us to us, we lost all doubt. We have waited long enough, and we will not keep from the plan any longer. So enough samples of our special spores will be introduced into the drinking water supply in the city. Then the mushroom will start its work. Former General points at the vessel that contains the center of the mushroom mind. After the unification of Krasnoznamenny, we will develop a plan of action that will save the planet. It must be done. The mushroom mind must not perish. Do you understand? Heh, good luck with this, you guys. For very personal reason, my brain won't be affected by your shit, but yeah. Best of luck to you. You're really smart, like, whoa, so smart. Xander turns to you, slightly nods towards the huge mushroom, and then makes his finger into an L and touches his own forehead. Hexagon makes impatient looking at a wristwatch gesture, despite not having a wristwatch. I'm sorry, but when will you start? When will you say that not all people will be made into this single mind of yours? When will you say that some people, famous writers for example, will be spared, will be given new flats and summer houses, and a nice pension for a comfortable life outside this grotesque single-minded atrocity? What, you won't even give me that pittance? Oh, how right was Comrade Stalin when he proclaimed all mushrooms enemies of the state, enemies of the elderly, hateful, terrible creatures. Neither plant nor animal, all mushrooms are a mistake. What if you're wrong? What if there's no danger? Yeah, like, especially with such a huge window. It's probably a mistake. I am sorry, but no, we are not wrong about it. The probability of an asteroid crashing into our planet is very high. How high? Like 1%? This can be considered pretty high, depending, like compared to like 0.0001%. But it's still, you know, the margin of error is minimal. Each day it grows even smaller, I'm sorry. Hold up, let's reach a consensus of some sort. Hope? We operate in facts, not illusions. Illusions are what left us without the technological crutch 20 years ago. There must be other ways, I'm sure of it. I don't think we can, like... Hey, Shroom. I'll end your life long before the asteroid arrives if you won't stop your plot. Yeah, I don't think intellect will work as well. Ponder this, will you? Losing their identity is scary for any human. If you will start making people parts of your hive mind, those untouched by it will unite to start a war against you. And history will repeat itself again. Statement is logical, but this possibility will not keep us from fulfilling our plan. What will you be able to do? You told me there's 30 years until impact. Your plan is terrible. Well, true, different people have different reactions to your unification. It won't fool every single human, and then there will be blood. Yes, that might happen. Every action can be countered, but no, this is silly. Probable hardships won't make us stop without even trying. Even I managed to find out your plot. Think no one else will? Yes, you're right, others will come after you. Plant is not very orthodox, it might not be liked by everyone. It will have critics, people who will rather accept death than unification. That's right, this is why you should look for a more human solution to this whole asteroid problem. That includes you, comrade Huge Mushroom thing. You notice that the green flames in the eyes of the mushroom cultists glow dimmer and dimmer, as if the spell that was working on them minutes before became weaker. Listen to your elderly father, O child. This day marks a grandiose historical event. Today you saved the future generations from slavery and kept their culture and emotional diversity. Yes, the children of the future will die horribly because we won't find a way to save them from the asteroid, but we will die while reading my amazing books and reacting to them on an individual level. Nice going, as you said it like you mean it, and you didn't piss yourself. Don't worry about the space rock thing, as if moving the planet away from a trajectory of deadly space rock without making humans into mushrooms-based zombies is hard. It's gonna be a cakewalk, you hear? None of us wishes to spread violence on this planet. It suffered enough. There is no simple solution to the problem at hand. Fuck it. Consider my Mycelium project officially closed. Then General Molotov gives you a kind human smile and waves his hand. Why are you looking at me like that, soldier? Who's gonna save the planet, huh? They're still out there. Go on. Get out of here. And you too, guys. Go take a breather. The exit is through the next room. Use the corridor. It's gonna bring you outside the building. As for me, I wanna have a little chat with Comrade Mushroom. A breather would be good for everyone. Okay. I didn't expect that, but I'll take it. So I guess, yeah, the exit is that way. Can I actually talk to him? Who knows, maybe it will be you who will finally save the world. We'll see. Just out of curiosity. I know it's an end of the game, but I have to check. Okay, let's see what the end will bring.
You leave the Mycelium building as if in a daze. You still can't believe it's all over. The long road has finally ended, and now the only thing left is to turn around and reflect about the changes your actions have caused to life in the wastes. The remnants of the Mycelium society have scattered all across the wastes. Some found new religious orders, some continued helping people on their own, and some entered politics. The fragile colossus of Krasnoznameni fell before the invading forces of Atom. Not everyone was pleased with the new leadership, and many old citizens left the city just to be dissolved by the wastes. Still, those who stayed started building civilization with doubled strength. However, progress came with a price. For the sake of survival and revival, the military rule of the Atom took most of the freedoms people of Krasnoznameni used to enjoy. Under Dan's harsh control, the factory gang started growing in influence all across the waste, losing any resemblance to a ragtag team of criminals they once were, and turning into a well-respected army of mercenary guards with a large network, working in such places as Trudograd, Minsk, and Liepaja. Under Katya Radchenko's leadership, the people of Otradnoye have finally felt some hope for a brighter future. Under the protection of the factory gang, with their constant leader Dan, this hope eventually came true. Otradnoye turned into a criminal-free, cozy town that attracted honest and hard-working folk from all across the wastes. The Red Fighter settlement, which was founded thanks to you, quickly turned into a large center of trade and culture, becoming much more important than Krasnoznameni. The cheerful citizens even erected a statue in honor of their founders. The monument depicted you and Gozin standing on a pedestal, hammer and sickle in hand. Under the leadership of Maxim Maximovich, the feud that was about to become a full-fledged civil war ended and became nothing but history. The now peaceful community of merchants and guards quickly grew and turned into a much larger trade hub that was always ready to offer honest jobs to the people of the city that grew around it. Haxogen finally decided that he traveled enough for his long life and settled in the great city of Trudograd. There he wrote his first post-war novel, Traveling with My Child. The book was critically acclaimed and quickly became a Wasteland bestseller. Its sequel, Major Hexagen's Last Battle, didn't fare as well. After learning to cope with his dual nature, Alexander quietly deserted the ranks of Atom and went into a lifelong journey across the wastes, looking for adventure and the attention of cuties. Many people remembered him as a traveling strongman, a good friend of children, and a lover of hard booze, who always called his traveling companions weird nicknames like Cho or Bob. As for you, some travelers say that they saw your dusty figure on the northern tract, traveling alongside several scientists and merchants. Mercenaries, on the other hand, claim they saw you with troops, completing unknown objectives in a deadly waste. Drunken stalkers, however, swear that you helped them rummage through ancient ruins. There are lots of stories, but which ones are true? Only time will tell.
Okay, that was a really fun game. I enjoyed it a lot. Like very much. I will probably replay it with something more melee focused, maybe with less stalking skills, so I would just go right through everything with you know, with just fighting, probably. And like the team is really small. Like look at that, a couple of programmers, a couple of writers. It's really impressive what they did. Yeah, great game. Okay guys, thank you for watching, hopefully you enjoyed it, and goodbye.